In the unseen corners of ancient Bible scriptures, a sneaky power hides. This power, known as the Jezebel spirit, is a demonic figure that is connected to history of the Bible, particularly those in the first book of Kings. The spirit is named after Queen Jezebel, a queen who was known for misusing her power to control others and leading people to do bad things like worshipping idols and practicing magic. Her memory isn't one of a good leader, but of dishonesty and harm to people's spirits. But it's key to realize that the Jezebel spirit isn't just about women. It's not about gender at all. It's about a demonic power that can affect any person, man or woman, who is open to its tricky suggestions. When we talk about the Jezebel spirit, we're not talking about a person. We're talking about a force that tries to lead us off the right path. The Jezebel spirit is known for being sneaky and controlling. It likes to dominate and lead people in the wrong direction. It's great at lying, at bending the truth, and at making people question things. It's like a puppeteer, pulling the strings from behind the scenes and controlling people without them knowing. But what does this spirit want? What is its goal? Simply, the Jezebel spirit wants to confuse us about what is holy, to take us off the right path and lead us into harmful activities. It wants to damage our belief, to lead us away from the love of God and into harmful spiritual practices. The first step in fighting this force is understanding what it is. The Jezebel spirit is a demonic power that operates behind the scenes, a quiet voice in your ear, a gentle push in the wrong direction. It's a power that tries to control and lead us off the right path. It's a power that is tricky and should not be underestimated. It tries to harm and mislead, but how does it work? Like the silent whisper of a serpent, the Jezebel spirit operates with subtlety and deception. This elusive spirit, as described in the book of Revelation, is a master in the art of seduction, leading even the most devout servants of God astray. Imagine a spirit so cunning that it can entice God's servants to commit acts against their faith. In Revelation 2:20, it is written, "But I have this against you, that you tolerate that woman Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess, and is teaching and seducing my servants to practice sexual immorality and to eat food sacrificed to idols." This passage illustrates the treacherous nature of the Jezebel spirit. It's a spirit that doesn't just cause a slight misstep, but leads believers into profound sin, into practices that are contradictory to their faith. But the Jezebel spirit doesn't stop at seduction. It's a spirit that thrives on manipulation and control. It whispers sweet nothings, promises of power and grandeur, all while tightening its grip on the unsuspecting soul. It manipulates emotions, twists truths, and distorts perceptions until its victims are completely under its control. In the face of the Jezebel spirit's cunning, there is a light of hope. Victory lies within our grasp. So how do we navigate through this spiritual battleground and emerge victoriously? The answer lies within the very pages of our sacred scriptures. Our first weapon is submission to God, as beautifully summed up in James 4:7. "Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you." This submission isn't a sign of weakness, rather it's acknowledging our need for divine guidance. It's about laying down our ego-driven pursuits and embracing the will of God. When we submit to God, we are empowered to resist the devil, and the Jezebel spirit is no exception. But submission alone isn't enough. We must also gear up for battle. Ephesians 6:11 advises us to put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. This is not a physical armor, but a spiritual one. It includes the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and the gospel sandals of peace. Each piece of this armor plays a crucial role in defending us from the attacks of the Jezebel spirit. Discernment, too, is a critical tool in this fight. It's the ability to judge well, to understand the hidden motives, and to recognize the subtle traps of the Jezebel spirit. It's through discernment that we can distinguish truth from deception and light from darkness. And finally, we have the power of prayer. Prayer is our lifeline to God, our direct channel of communication. It's a sacred dialogue that strengthens our bond with Him and fortifies our spirit against the wiles of the Jezebel spirit. In conclusion, overcoming the Jezebel spirit involves a combination of submission to God, equipping ourselves with the full armor of God, practicing discernment, and harnessing the power of prayer. With God on our side, the Jezebel spirit stands no chance. Stand firm, resist, and it shall flee. The Jezebel spirit, a shadow from the past, still seeks to influence the present, yet we are not powerless. This elusive spirit, with its roots deeply embedded in the pages of biblical history, continues to weave its influence through manipulation, intimidation, and control. We've discussed how it operates, subtly infiltrating minds and hearts, sowing discord and chaos. But remember, friends, we are not without defenses. The characteristics of this spirit are not hidden from us. Through understanding, we can identify its workings and stand against them. We have the armor of God. We have the shield of faith, the belt of truth, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, to name a few. In the face of such a foe, we are not left to fight alone. The victory over the Jezebel spirit is not ours to win by our strength, but through the power of Christ within us. As we navigate our spiritual journey, let us remember, in the face of the Jezebel spirit, we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us. Please like and subscribe and comment below, and God bless you.